Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all? Hopefully you can hear me. If you can just let me know in the chat. Hi, everyone. It's all looking good at my end. Just get the chat. Do your thumbs up, guys. Oh, there's loads of you here. Hi, everyone. Let me just do my thumbs up. Thumbs up, guys, if you haven't done so. Oh, there you go. Okay. Hi. Just thought I'd do a close-up first and then I'll change it over. I can hear and see. Good, good, good. Right, let me just go to both. There we go. And be able to see. There we go. It's better. How are we all? Oh yeah, April Fools. Did anybody have any April Fools? I've gone unscathed. I haven't fallen for anything. There was a few funny ones. I had a few emails. Let me just take this out of the plastic because it's got quite a glare on it. Yeah, so I've not fallen for anything. Has anybody? Let us know in the chat if there's been any funny April Fools. Thumbs up done before you start. Hi, everybody. Sounds and good in Australia. Lovely. Thank you, Jenny. Hi, everybody. Oh, I haven't shared it. Let me just share this to Facebook. Copy link. Facebook, 2 secs. I'll just pop it in the group. Okay. Let that do its thing. And share to crafters. There we go. Should remind a few people. Takes its time. Okay. That's the chat. No, nothing funny here. I hope we are all well. I saw, because I follow a company called Piglet. They do beautiful beddings. And they put up this morning a gingham toilet seat cover with valance and like the top seat and everything. And they put something like coming soon. And then obviously when you went in the comments, it said April Fools. I thought that was a good one. There was a few people saying, oh, I couldn't, but there is something cute about it. I saw, what was the other one? There's another one I saw. Oh, Hunky Dory. They had like big life-size cutouts of some of the staff, which they said were for sale. And I knew straight away, I thought there's no way that they're real. I've not seen anything on TV. I've not watched any TV or anything this morning, so I don't know. Chubby Robin on our bed. Oh, I love that. Saw that Domino's have pot noodle pizza. Is that an April Fool then, or was that because that could it wouldn't like surprise me if that was actually real, you know? So I don't know. Hi everyone. Illness of illnesses. Oh no, Lou. Well, hopefully you start to feel better. Oh my, this is great. My friends in England sent me a message asking if I wanted this magazine, bringing to me in a few weeks. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I did briefly show it the other week, and I thought I want to use it, so we're going to use it today. So the card style I've done is one that I've done before, but I don't think I've ever done a double version of it with the two bits like this. So this all folds down to 5x7. I've done it as a double gatefold, and then these all pop out. But I've done one with just the one big section, but I don't think I've done this. I was going back through, it was the single one I saw. So I always usually, when I'm looking for a bit of inspiration, I scroll through my own channel and see which ones would work well to be like doubled up and things like that. So I think I've done a 6x6, or was it 5x7? Something tells me it was Pink Christmas with the, or was it blue? No, it was blue, I think. What was the thumbnail? No, it was pink. So Not seen anything. Vin Maker, is he making cards for an 80th? Oh. So what I thought I would do is have like a pretty paper on the front, like a gingham or something, and then in the set, this is so it's the RSPB Beauty, the Beauty of Birds, and I thought it would be nice to have like the watering can kind of down one side, the bird box down the other here, and then have a couple of the little birds. And on the back, they've given you colour reference, which is really handy, which I like. So I love the RSPB. I enjoyed the collections when we used to do them, and the Papercraft Society boxes as well, if anyone remembers. So yeah, if you like your birds, then I think you'll like this set. Oh, let me find, actually, let me just go on to Craftworld to see if it's available, because sometimes they're not on yet, or they sold out. Although I had this delivered, oh, I think I've had it, must be over a week now, because I shared it before, didn't I? So let's just see, magazines, creative stamping. Oh, what's that one there? Which issue's this? This is issue 159. Oh no, so they've only got up to 158 on at the minute. So it's not on the website yet. So it's obviously still waiting to be uploaded. They tend to wait until subs have got it and then it goes on. But I know you'll be able to get it in your supermarkets. But for anybody obviously is overseas or doesn't have access to that and likes to shop online, just keep checking on the Craft World website and it will come up soon, I'm sure. I'll just pop that back. There we go. I can't remember what I called it, Anna. I've got that mag, but not made anything yet. I saw that stamp set and thought, silly me, it was an old one. I love this stamp set. I can't wait to have a go. Yeah, that would look nice as well. That would fit. Maybe I'll use that one actually. I've never coloured in this kind of image with the fat ball. I thought it was really interesting. As I've got this now in my garden, but that one, see, that would fit perfectly on a matte layer. So maybe that one there. You don't need any dies to make this either, so I'll go through all that in a moment. Maybe the watering can would be nice on the front, or like on the belly band, because I could have the house like hanging down a little bit with like one of the branches, because you've got some like cherry blossom branch there. You've got just more of a simple branch there, and then you've got your little like field mouse, hedgehog. I think we'll use, I like these two because one's facing one way and one's facing the other, and they're quite thin, so they should fit in these. Doesn't matter if they come off the page a little bit, that's kind of nice as well. And then my sentiment, I thought about having, you know, I suspended it on the middle. I know I've done that. Oh, now I'm thinking I have done a double version. It's a couple of years ago anyway. Maybe call it a gatefold. No, yeah, I'm not saying no, I'm sounding rude then, and I don't mean it like that. It has got a name. I'm sure it's just like pop out gatefold card or something. You've got chirp with joy, be free, time to spread your wings, happy birthday, those who wish to sing always find a song, congratulations on your new nest, and then the little birds sing the prettiest songs. And that's the one I think I'm going to use because it fits nicely. Oh, you've also got don't let the little things ruffle your feathers, but that one on one of my little, you know, center little bits that I do, I think will fit perfectly in there. And then yeah, we'll just find a nice paper. You can fill the gaps. You've got a bee there. We can put little flourishes here. And then paper on the front on these ones with a belly band with the watering can maybe, and like the hedgehog or something. I think that'd be quite sweet. I know, do you know I've got 1,798 tutorials. It's insane. There's a few launch videos in there, so if you take them out, maybe a handful, because I then went over to Made to Surprise, so maybe take off 10, and then the Papercraft Society unboxings. So what did we have there? A few years worth, maybe 20, 30. So there's still over 1,700 tutorials on there. So yeah, you've got plenty. So anybody new, if you want to get started, go all the way back, and yeah. I know, it's insane. Right, okay, so let's start anyway. But I think that's a nice. It's always good to lay out kind of roughly what you think you're going to do. So these will all be white layers, and then pattern paper. I'll do like a gingham here, here, and then on these bits here. And like I said, for anybody who missed it, it all folds down to your 5x7. Do you wipe your stamps with alcohol? No, never use alcohol on your stamps, because over time it will just degrade them. Basically, they just end up going to mush. So you don't want to be using any harsh chemicals. I just use the palm of my hand just to rub off any kind of chemicals. You can also do like a primary stamp. So if you've got any solvent based inks, so like a archival ink, stays on, you can use your Vaseline and stuff as well. Stamp a few times first and get it kind of stained on the stamp. It's much more kinder to your stamps than using any kind of harsh chemicals. I've watched them all too. Hey Hayley, you're right. It's funny, I must have made most. Isn't it mad though when you look at it? I think, gosh, little old me back in 2017, I did not think I would do that. Use a stamp cleaning out. I just use a rag with water sprayed on it. That's more than enough. As long as it's lint free, that's all you need on your stamps. It's good for them to get stained. It's good for them to get, you know, yeah, just stained up, because it makes a good stamp. So, yeah, no, I wouldn't use alcohol. Don't spritz with rubbing alcohol or anything like that. I've done it occasionally, I have, by mistake really, because I've got my little pots here. So that's my rubbing alcohol one. And then I've just got little water ones like this. But I use, you would have seen them because they're so grubby. Oh, they're over there. But I've got my desk. The base has arrived. The motor and the stands arrived. And I think during this live, the desk is going to arrive. So I'm hoping once I get Monty and come back home, this is all going, and I can't wait. I'm so excited because I get my door back as well. My lovely vintage door that this is on. So yeah, there will be a new setup for next week, which will be lovely. But yeah, I just make sure you get a lint-free rag and just keep them in your drawer, and they'll be fine. Just give them a wash every now and then. Anyway, right, we're doing that. Let's grab some cardstock. So I think, because I'm going to have white, I don't think I'm going to do mattes and layers, purely because of the image size. If I do a matte and layer, it's going to make that really small, and I do want to get most of the bird in. So I'm just going to do white. So I need to pick a nice colour. Now we could go very natural, and I could do something like a craft card base with the white would tie in quite nicely, or we could do like a soft, like yellow, like a grey brown. Not like me at all, but I think because these are going to be coloured, and I want to colour them in more realistic, so like this. I think the craft card could be a quite nice shout actually, because it's a nice weight as well, so it'd be great for your card. Let's do craft card. I've not done that for a long time. I know I did a playlist, I think I did like a series of just craft card. So cut yourself a piece of 10x7, and then I'll go through all the cutting, and then you need to cut yourself 2 extras, because you don't have to have the double gatefold. You can just have single gatefold, so it's up to you. And when we get to that part, I'll go through it, explain it. Where is your door? So this door is from the kitchen, but it was too tight a space. I don't think you needed a door into the kitchen. So I'm going to hopefully, I know it will certainly be long enough. If anything, I'll have to take it up. I'm hoping it's going to be wide enough and it will become the new dining room door, because the dining room door was kicked in when I moved in and it was terrible. And then I found one in a reclamation yard, and I had it dipped, and sadly it is one of the risks of dipping a door. Over time it's just falling apart. It keeps dropping. I think it still obviously took a time to dry out, but it's become so flimsy, it's terrible. So I'm hoping it's going to go in replacement of that, and I'll just have to suck up the 40 quid that I lost to get the door. But yeah, so it's going to go there, because eventually I'm knocking the wall down for the living room, so there won't be a door there anymore. You'll have the porch, and then as you come in from the porch, you'll come into the open plan living area, and then you'll come round and it'll be this door. So yeah, I will only actually have one door downstairs, which finish will be this one. So I have those spray bottles with gin in them. I keep moves. Thought it was a little tipple, Kathy, on your desk. I'm at work watching chat with no sound. We'll have to watch the replay later. Hello all and happy crafting. Oh, can someone message, say hello to Lisa? Say I said hello because she won't be able to hear. Janet, Sam doesn't know it yet. What's that to mine? Who's that to? Janet, Sam doesn't know. What have I missed? The other day, by the time I had chosen one, I had to make dinner. Oh, too many. Hey, Simone, you use a white eraser over them. Yep, it's another good thing to do. Lucky only I've done it once. Now never again. Craft card. Sam, are you getting a new mat? Yes, I am. I've got it in my basket already on Amazon. It's a nice bright pink one. For the first stamping, if I remember, I rub them with my fingers, use water away. Yeah, just want to condition them a little bit. Yeah, pour door. Oh, pour door. Okay. About your door, got you. Okay, right. Sometimes I miss what you're chatting about and you're chatting together, but I try and keep up. Okay, so first of all, we want to score at 2.5. In fact, I'm going to use my other stylus because it's craft card, and I just find the plastic stylus sometimes isn't as strong. There it is. So you want to score at 2.5 and at 7.5. And then you want to score at 5, but just down to 1 inch. So if you grab your ruler, if you stick that at the 1 inch, and line it up to the 1 inch at that end, and then just score at 5. I'll go through it all again. I can say all of this again. Oh, should I come down? Oh, I haven't turned my overhead off. I hate having the glare. I might be a little bit darker in the square, but the desk is better. Okay, so that's down to 1. So just pop your ruler there. Like I said, line it up with the other side and just score down to 1. And then you want to pop your ruler at 6 and you want to score up to 1 at the 5 inches again. Hi everyone. Hey Mad, Mike. Hello Mike. Zoom, 5 by Zoom. Actually busy in work today. Hope you're good. I've seen that different stamps due to different manufacturers will stain faster. Yeah, and any reds that you use will always stain. I've yet to find a red ink that won't, unless it's like a Tim Holtz, because they're a pigment based. But if you've got any dye inks, your reds and your pinks will always stain, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. We won't tell. And then you want to, what did I do? 2 inches? It was 2, yeah. So what was that down to? 1, 2. So then put your ruler at 3 and line it up. And you're going to score again at 5, just down to 4. Once I've cut this, or if you use this as your visual, you can see what I've just done. We've just created this score line down to 1. Then we've done the one from 3 down to 4. And then we've done the one from 6 down to 7. That's your 2.5 and that's your 7.5. Okay. Then if you pop it along your 7-inch side, you're just scoring now between the 2.5 and the 7.5. You can go straight in and cut if you want, but I always do the scoring first because I just think it's easier for people to follow. But if you put your ruler at 6, just so you know that you're in the right track here, you just want to score between, like I said, the 2.5 and the 7.5. It should hit the bottom of that 1 inch score line. Then I'm going to come down. So this one here is at 4. Again, keeping everything nice and straight, just scoring, but you're going to end up cutting this. And then just below, so this is at 3. Sorry, I'm working my way backwards, aren't I? 3, okay. But I can repeat all this again if anybody needs it, and then I'll just keep my ruler there. So I can see where that one is. And that was at 1. So these vertical ones here are at 1, 3, 4 and 6, but they're just in between the 2.5 and the 7.5. I hold it up here, try and get the light catching it. You can just about make out all those score lines. Pop it back along the 10-inch side, and you're now going to score at 3.5 and 6.5, but it's just in those two sections. So you're not scoring in any of those 1-inch sections, just in these 2-inch sections. So 3.5. I'm just going to run my stylus down like so, and then this one would be at 6.5. And that's everything. I think you can you see it better on? Yeah, you can see it. So you want to score your piece of 10 by 7, and you're going to score it 2.5 and 7.5. Okay, so just right the way down. You then also want to score at 5 down to 1 inch. Okay, you then want to miss 2 inches and continue scoring between 3 and 4. You're then going to miss 2 inches again, and then start scoring again at 6 down to the bottom. So these are all 1 inch wide at that 5-inch marker. You might find it's easier to, before you do these ones, you might find it easier to do these ones first and then score that last one in between. So if you pop it then along the 7-inch side, you're going to score at 1, 3, 4 and 6. But you're doing it between the 2.5 and the 7.5 inch score line. So you're just scoring there. So that's at 1 inch. So you're not scoring in here or in here. 1 inch, 3 inch, 4 and 6. And then again, if you bring it back now, it might be easier if you score at 5 down to that first score line. Then you just join up in between those ones and then that last one. I forgot it's Wednesday. Hey Gillian. Does that make sense? Hi Sam, how are you? Will you be doing an A5 version? I don't do A5, Jeanette. I don't make A5 cards. I tend to do 6x6 and 5x7. So I'll probably do a 6x6 version. You could do this in an 8x8 as well. Any square ones would be nice. Hello Claire. Does that sound good? The die for this would be fantastic. Could be a good one actually. I could do lots of different configurations actually of it. Could be a good shout there. Is that okay? What I'll do is let me just draw it out on this one, because this was my prototype. Let me just grab, I just do, just so I can hold this up if anybody says it again later. I can just hold this up. So if we ignore those, that's your piece. Let me just do this, and I can use this for the YouTube video then as well. That's your 2.5 and your 7.5. That's your 5. That's your 3.5. And that was your, what was that one? I forgot what that one was. 6.5. And then let's do the cut lines in red. Oh, I feel I need to do a public service announcement. I'm not going to give any names out, but be very, very careful of AI cards. If a card looks too perfect and too polished, I need to be serious here, because what people are doing, I think, is really quite cheeky. I have seen, again, I'm not saying any names, but in two major card making groups, which I'm sure many of you are in, there are a couple of people posting, they are perfect cards. Now, when you look very closely at those cards, it physically can't fold flat, or the sides don't look even, or when you really look at it in detail, and what they're asking you is if you want the measurements to click on a link, and they're going to send you them. So just be very, very careful. If it seems too perfect, I know we use AI backgrounds, I use AI backgrounds, but just be careful on what you're seeing. But it's in some of the big card making groups where there's like, lots and lots of people in. So just be careful. I'll flip the camera back in a second, but there's a few, because I saw a couple when I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, that's really pretty. And then I've looked at it and the engineer head in me, and I'm thinking, that doesn't work. That physically can't work. Or it'd take you to something and it's not even their tutorial. It's a different person's hands, different color skin. So be very, very careful what you're clicking on. Right, let me go back. Here we go. Yeah, it is very cheeky. So just be careful. Like I said, most of it's fine, but just, yeah. So what was that one? That one's at 1 inch. And then 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, and 6. Okay. Same with crochet and knitting. They're ridiculous, and the baked cakes as well. You can tell an AI image. You really can at the moment, because they're just too polished. They're too perfect. Soon the AI is going to get good to make it look more rustic and stuff. It's going to get hard, and it is a little bit challenging. But you've just got to you've got to have your wits about you. If there's links and stuff and you're ever unsure, do not click on them. And if you ever see anything from me and it's, well, I don't, and anything you click from me, I've never asked for money. Unless you go into Craft World, make sure it's always the proper website, but you just got to be careful. Yeah, Pinterest and stuff. So, I mean, some of the pictures are beautiful for inspiration, for color palettes and stuff, fine. But if the comments, and I found when I was scrolling through the comments, people were writing things like they weren't even asking for the link. They just said, this card's pretty. And then the reply was, thank you, please click on this link for the download or for the tutorial or something. I thought, but they're not asking for it. So I think a lot of it is, yeah, I've noticed a lot of groups I'm in, they want you to click on links, except, yeah, just, and a lot of those big groups, they're not really manned anymore properly with admin and stuff. They've changed a lot. So yeah, just, I feel I need to, like I said, I'm not giving names and stuff, because one of them, I feel like could be a lady, possibly is getting her stuff cloned, possibly, because you can tell that the person sharing it isn't the person doing the video, and the person doing the video is different. They've muted a lot of it as well. They're silent, like movies. So, but yeah, just be aware. Can you move the template down, please? There it is. I'm not going to keep it there because I need the space. But if you want to take a screenshot, that is all the measurements, and hopefully it makes a bit more sense seeing it like that. I know I work better with the visual, so all right. Okay, so now I'm going to use my scoreboard because I just find it very easy to cut. But I'm now going to cut these 4. So on, along the 7-inch side, you're going to cut where the red lines are. And I just find it really easy to just follow the track, and it gives me a really nice straight line. I think I missed that bit there. There we go. Because it's in the track, I don't find it damages my scoreboard. Again, optional, I'm not telling people to score on their scoreboards. If you've got your cutting mat, you've got a good knife, steady hand. Otherwise, you can cut this with your scissors if you carefully kind of start it. That's what we want to create. And then if you fold your gatefold, give that a good burnish. And then you want these 3 will all be mounting folds, you see, and they're mounting folds. In fact, everything's a mounting fold now. It's just these stay as a valley fold, your 2 main score lines there. Oh no, I know. I brought it there for people to take a screenshot, but that's it. If people need it again, I'll bring it back in. A lot are after your information. It is. It's for emails and stuff, isn't it? So just carefully, you can fold these ones like back that way, and then you can go back that way, so you can get a nice clean. This is very thick card, so. Okay, and then I can just pinch those. But hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to try this. I have 2 scoreboards, so I don't mind testing out. Like you said, yeah, I mean, sometimes I don't even go down deep enough to cut it. I've cut quite a lot on this and I can't see. Maybe there's a little cut in it there. But because it's right in the track, it's not damaging it. But I've got 2 of these as well, so yeah, I'll just use the pink one. So I'm a bit late making bread. And oh, I bet your house smells lovely, Jill. Yum. Next, I want to create the 2 extra gatefolds. So if you just want to keep it as a standard gatefold like this, then that's it. That's fine. But I'm going to use, what is craft? So it's craft with a K. So it's craft card with a K. If you pop that in, you'll see it's just brown, very thick, lovely card. It's very porous. If you stamp on it, you might have to stamp on it a couple of times. If you ink and stuff on it, it tends to really absorb it. If you add glue to it and stuff, you need to add a bit more glue than you maybe normally would, because it just kind of absorbs a lot of it. So, but it's lovely stuff. It's great for making boxes, gift bags, things like that as well. And then you want to cut yourself 2 pieces of 3 by 7. So these are for the extra gatefolds if you want that. Keep that bit for the belly band. That's a perfect piece actually. Okay, so 2 pieces of 3 by 7, and along the 3-inch side you're going to score at 2.5. So we've got our 1/2-inch tab. And that is everything. Yes, I have that. I never noticed the K instead of the C. There you go. You're all good to go. Looks very interesting. We'll have to rewatch. I've done it before, Jill, but I can't remember what the name of it was. I think it's like a pop-out gatefold. I'm sure I've done a Christmas version as well, but it was a pink one in the thumbnail. I'm sure it was pink. Yeah, it was pink. And it's a single version. But when I did this just now and then I saw that, it's triggered my mind. I'm sure I've done a double. Maybe I've done a triple, or maybe I'm thinking the flip. I don't know. But if you want just one bigger section, I've got the tutorial already on the channel. If you just put in gatefold card, mixed up craft, it will bring up all the gatefolds. And this is definitely got gatefold in the title, so you'll be able to find it. Actually, let me just quickly, if I just put in here, gatefold, mixed up craft. If you always put mixed up craft at the end of whatever you're searching, if I've done it, then it will come up. This one is about 10 dozen gatefolds. Oh, there it is. That's the one I saw. So it was 3 years ago. It's this one here. Pretty pop-out gatefold. Yeah, so I've done one big. So I haven't got that middle section, and that's just one big panel. That's 5 by 7. But I'm sure I've done it. Maybe it's, no, because a 6 by 6, I wouldn't have done a double. But that's the tutorial. You want to, if you want one big panel, can you see it? So I did that 3 years ago. I knew it was Christmas, yeah. Oh, it's a winter birthday actually, but it's Christmas. I thought it was Christmas. Card for any occasion. Okay, so that's a version. This is a double now. Right. These are going to stick. Just fold and burnish. Where's my stylus gone? Bone folder. Where's that gone? I didn't put it back, did I? Oh, maybe I did. Oh, I used the one on the school board. Honestly. Oh, let me go back to my. There we go. Give it a good burnish again. I'm sure it's hard to keep track. I do sometimes forget. There's always new designs. I get inspired by other people as well. There's loads of great cards out there. I'll never be short for content as long as I'm doing this. 100%. You will always have something. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. So you're going to add your glue. So you want to add quite a good amount, or a good strong tape if you're using the craft card. A good covering. And then you're going to stick it, so it'll be on the back, but you don't see that at all because this is how it will be displayed. And just fold that around so you get a really nice join there. Make sure it's nice and flush, all even. Carefully open that up, and then just do the same with the other side. And this one's going to go back that way. You don't see the join. All right. Again with this one. I spoke to some of you already. I was just thinking then, what have you all been up to? But I thought I've been live on Monday. But how is everybody? How's everyone else? What have you all been up to? It's thirsty card, it is. Very porous. I'm going to do this. I need to watch first, so I never craft along, unfortunately, unless it is a different project, as I need to watch and sink it into my brain. No, I get that, girl. I get it. Plus, I do make mistakes sometimes. So I'll change my mind and then cut into things, and yeah. 9 times out of 10, it all works out good. But so if you fold it back, so you like so, make sure it joins. Don't stick together. Now we've got our double gatefold. Yeah, so it was a single gatefold as well on that other one, so it is a bit different. We've got the double here, double there. It's a double gatefold pop out. Oh my god! Oh, that burger! The burger was delicious. So nice. Oh no, I've had 2 burgers, Kathy. I just realised I had a burger when I went out with my friend. She had pizza. It was nice, yeah. But I had the burger I brought from Dart's Farm at the weekend. Very farmer's burger, so you can imagine. And it was incredible. It was so good. And I brought a brioche bun for it. Yeah, I was a mess because it was one of those burgers that like falls apart as well. So it was delicious. So yeah, I've had 2 burgers this week. And tonight, what am I having tonight? I might have the brisket. I'm not sure. Right, let's cut the mats and layers. I'm trying to see if I can get some of the scraps used up for this. plenty. So you're going to need, I'm going to use pattern paper, probably a green gingham because I think that'll tie in nicely. So you'll want 4 pieces in total that are 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. I'm just going to cut 2 because they're going to be pattern paper. This is going to be white with stamped images, and this is going to be white with stamped images. Everything else then is going to have pattern paper. So I'll cut those first. Marks and Spencer's burger tonight with chunky chips, so nice. They're good burgers as well. I'm on to keen on craft card. I find that the colour back and front are different. I substitute for old Stampin' Up crumb cake plain. You're not keen on, okay, got you. I don't think this is different. Don't know, is it? I can't say I've ever really thought about the back of it. Why would it bother you? I'm just curious, Laura. What are you making then? Are you making something where you're seeing the backs? I did well yesterday since my hip hop, and I took my German Shepherd for a 2. Geez, that you did more than well. 2.5 hour walk. So it was a 6 3/4 by 2 1/4. Yeah. And then I'm going to cut myself 2 pieces of 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. Should be nice. All the other bits as well. He loved it but wanted to play when he got back. You were done. After this tutorial, I'm frosting a carrot cake I made and finished setting up for Bunko game night tonight. What's that game? Oh, you've told us this before, have you not? Carrot cake. I love carrot cake. I bet your homemade carrot cake's delicious. I need to do a food shop tomorrow, so maybe I could do a carrot cake for Easter, actually. I could take it over on Sunday. You've got me thinking now. I've made carrot cake in the past, but I've never made one since living here. I might make a cake for... I know you should have... What's the traditional Easter cake? There's 2, isn't there? I can't think of the name. The one with all the almonds on. Yes, Sam, I make it for pop-up boxes. It looks odd. The front seems to have a fin shine. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. Sleeping now, smelling gorgeous. The dog's all groomed. How nice. Okay, so I guess we start stamping. I need to get that going. So I roughly laid out, for anybody who joined a little bit later, I've roughly laid out where I wanted to stamp things. So this one with one of the, so I'm using the stamp set. This is from issue 159 from Creative Stamping. You get the lovely RSPB bird set there. I think I'm going to have the bird box with a little twig. I think I'm going to use the cherry blossom so I can just add a little bit of that nice pink colour into the card. So we do, it could be coming down. I can have that there. I'll just draw a little bit of brown in between to like kind of make it look like they are actually connected. I've put my inks in here now. What I'm going to have to do is when I've got, bring the drawers across. Which one did I put them on here? Right, I've got to get used to remembering where everything is. I need to just have these out away at night. Simmel, that's it. Oh, Dundee cake, yeah. Yeah, Simmel cake was the one I was thinking. And then I think it would be nice to have, put the little flowers on that one. I'll just do this for the minute actually, and then we'll see. It's really clean. And then on the other side, we're going to do the fat ball. That fits just nicely. In fact, I could do the other twig. Could use that one actually, the plain one, just so, because that is, yeah, that'd be nice. Or should I use the other end of the cherry blossom? Because I could use that end. It could actually go right across. Let's do that. And then we've got a bit of cherry blossom on each one then. So if I just lay that down, because it's got ink on it still. And then move just a little bit. Like so. Being mini eggs are £1 a pack. You get 23 mini eggs. Yes, I did count them. Well, I think I'm actually going off chocolate. Well, Cadbury's that is, and whoever else has changed the recipe. I threw my Galaxy Ripples in the bin. It tasted vile. First pack ever, and I thought something's not right with that. Whether it was just a bad batch, some fluke, but and some of the Cadbury's eggs I've been eating have been horrible. So I mean, this is a little treat, but I've got them, but they were in my hamper. These are delicious. It's the palm oil thing, but it's the change of the recipe. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but these, I'm gonna have one actually. These are so good. How do you stop getting blurry lines around your stamp? You're probably pushing the stamp too hard, Gail. You might be pushing the stamp too hard and squashing it. How do you stop getting blurry lines around the stamp? Is it because they're new? Yeah, the blurry lines, it sounds to me like it's too much pressure. Yeah, no, I know that, Gail. That's me and my mum talking about it. My mum stopped eating them altogether. Sorry if you can hear this. We're crunching. Lovely. I don't think I need to stamp that again. It is Jeanette. Lovely. And little bunnies on the side. I love these. But no, it's made a big difference. I'm like a hardcore Cadbury's fan. Been eating it my whole life. And now I've not eaten it. And I'm thinking, oh, I've got 3 other Easter eggs in the cupboard. But I think I'm going to melt the chocolate down and have to use them in like baking. Lint, yeah. Lints. Oh, no, I've not had any. I guess they've not changed any recipes. I have. Like I said, some of the bird's going to be off the image, but it doesn't matter. I'm using the soft 300 gram card. I'm using the soft 300 GSM card that Sam said to use. My hubby brought a green egg. Oh, I'm confused. What did I say to use? The soft 300 GSM. What's the soft 300 GSM? I stopped eating Cadbury's too. Sorry me. Why have I missed? It feels like I've missed. Gail said something else about card that I've missed. Oh, the blurry line, sorry, around the stamps. Yeah, you smooth white. Is that what you mean? The smooth white card that you're using? Yeah, this is what I'm using now. No blurring. What ink are you using, Gail? What ink are you using to stamp? I might add little birds in the background, like right out in the background, with the little bee as well. What else? The coverage shot is definitely changed, yeah. Not for the better. I think they're going to see a lot of, like, you know, big decrease in sales, I imagine. Versafine. You should be fine then. Versafine's perfect as well because it's great for detailed stamps. But it might be the pressure. Are you possibly using too much pressure? It's the only thing I can think it would be. I used to make my own chocolate for Easter and Christmas. Miss that. Chocolate is hard to do in Florida with the humidity. Oh yeah, I guess it's all right when it's in the fridge and everything. As soon as you leave it out, it just goes really soft. So that's roughly how that's going to look. I want to choose the gingham because the green in the gingham I want to try and keep within the colouring. I've just thought then, where's my cardstock? But it's over this side. It's a little bit, not chaotic, but I've got some stuff in tubs. I've got that stripy one, that's not a bad one. I've got the yellow. What else have I got the gingham, green gingham in? That's checker, I don't want that one. It doesn't have to be gingham, but in my head I just thought green gingham would look quite nice. Hopefully you can still hear me, not just the mumbling from the past. I've got the gingham, or it's checker, but that's in the Enchanted Woods. I've got green in that pack. That would be a good one, actually. Just check where my other one is. Okay, let's have a look at these. I wanted like a soft green. So yeah, I've got the check in this one. I don't know if it's a bit too harsh, isn't it? It's not giving that soft, cute vibe. And then I've got, so this green colour is the colour I want. Polka dots could work, or like spots. That could work, gives it quite a sweet look. There's also the stripe in the lime. That kind of works too. And then I thought maybe yellow. Oh yeah, made to make. I always forget about that. The yellow blends a bit too much with the craft card. Let me just check. Made to make. Ah yes, that's a nice, there's the big check. There's also, that could be quite nice. Floral. nice. That's good too. Could do that colour. Yeah, but you're not going to see that in the birds. I want to keep it quite neutral. Okay, I've got another bigger piece because that isn't that going to be enough? No, it won't. Probably just short. There you go. Where am I? Duck egg blue, robin's egg blue. Perhaps you need to refill your ink. Oh yeah, dry ink pads as well. That's not going to be good. Nice and juicy. You had a pad with yellow, orange. Is that the one you mean? The one that I just showed, Kay? I love the stamping platform. I was like, where has it been my whole life? I know, they're brilliant, aren't they? They are good. What do we think then? That is nice. It's a nice print. It gives it a cute cottagey vibe. It's a nice green as well. I think we'll go with that. We'll go with that. So again, 2 1/4 by 6 3/4, depending on how many you need of where you're putting them. And then I'll go through all the other layers as well. Oh, I watched a good series. I don't know if I mentioned it on Monday. It's called Very Bad Things Are Going to Happen. And it's about a woman who has to, if she marries, she has to make sure it's her soulmate, otherwise she will die at midnight. I won't give away anything else, but if you like thriller, then I think you'll really like it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched it all quite quickly. Where's my other? Oh, there. Then you need 6 pieces of 2 1/4 by 3/4. Oh, perfect. That's too short. Netflix. It's a Netflix original. And it flashes back. It's current and it flashes back to 1996 or 1997. But by episode, like the end of episode 2, episode 3, things started to make a bit of sense. Like things start to go back to 1997. So you start to like, oh, okay. Because that's when I was the first one I was like, oh yeah, I see what this is about. 2, I was like, oh, I don't know what's really going on. And then it starts to kind of click. I think there's 8 altogether. That sounds good. I think, yeah, it's a series, Jackie. So I think there's 8 in total. Has anyone watched Mayday? We ended up, no, I've not. I watched the one, the movie called The Memorial, and that was about Hurricane Katrina in the hospital, Memorial Hospital, 5 days in the hospital. I've got doors open and 2 neighbours up. I need to do my patio. Although the Easter weekend's looking rubbish. I thought, oh, I'll get it jet washed because Charlie will be out in there. But we've got really crappy weather for Easter. Just rain forecast after today, which is a real shame. And then you'll want 4 pieces that are 3/4 by 1 3/4. You'd recognise a couple of people as well in that one that I've just said about. Some of the characters, I was like, I recognise you, I recognise you. So I was like Googling where I'd seen them. Shame that one's just not quite. Yeah, you'd notice it. Mind you though, would you? I don't. No, I'm going to save me cutting into that whole piece. I'm just going to use this bit. Only we will know that it's a smidge under 3/4. I need to watch more telly. You don't need to if it's not something. If you've got other things that are filling your time. My dad's friend doesn't even have a TV. He's just always out, and when he's in, he uses his like tablet, but he doesn't have a telly. On break at the hospital. Hey Karen, hope you're good. Right, I'll stick all those bits down, and then we can start colouring all the rest. If anybody needs the template again, if you want to take a screenshot, that's the template without the double doors. You just add those extra pieces on. So if you want those measurements to craft along later. Okay. Virgin River new series. Yeah, Bridgerton was brilliant. I love Bridgerton. Crime 101. Not sure if I've seen that one. I watched Apartment something with Renee Zellweger. She's like a social worker for that girl. That's quite a good movie. And I've watched that one with somebody Cusack. And he's like a journalist or a reporter, and he's challenged to spend a night in this haunted hotel room. And he's a complete skeptic. But obviously things go on. Sam, will you do another project with the magazine you're featured in? Which magazine that I'm featured in? What do you mean? Made to Make. I've got 2 more for the yearly subscribers. So that'll be next month and then the month after. Is that what you mean? There's no other magazine that I'm in, not that I know of. I turned on the TV twice in 2020. I figure if I don't watch it during the pandemic, then why do I need it? So I got rid of my telly. Yep, I get it. I don't watch a lot of TV. I like my movies and stuff, but daytime telly, I would not have a clue. I would not have a clue. Don't watch any of that anymore. Totally switched off all of that. Oh, today. Oh, I like Chris Hemsworth, so I will definitely be watching that. I'll definitely be watching that one. I like him. It looks good just with the black and white stripes. Black and white stripes. I'm confused. What are we talking about? Have I changed? Oh yes, I saw that. With Cusack. Yeah. I'm enjoying this farming life. There's so much stuff, isn't there? I just watch my ER when I'm a bit like, oh, I can't choose a movie. I'll just put an episode of ER on. I like that. Creative Stamping Magazine with the music stamps. Oh, God, that's an old one. That's old. Yeah, only what I've shared. I mean, I might use the old stamps every now and then, but I won't go back to it like that. Yeah, it's been quite a while now, that one. Daytime TV has got really bad. So is it? Like I said, I wouldn't have a clue. I don't watch game shows. Don't watch any of that. I'm up here crafting with YouTube on, or watching movies, or doing my lives with you lot, and then I listen to like podcasts, crime things. I watch people on TikTok, lots of TikTok lives, people cooking, pottery. I watch all sorts of random things. I actually watch more other people doing their real life things. When you think about it, podcasts, people crafting, doing pottery and stuff live. So I'm actually watching other people's, a bit like you guys are watching me. I guess that's kind of what I do. I watch DIY. I love the DIY channels on YouTube. I watch Jenna and her partner. They've renovated a whole house in Canada. I watched that guy who's got the place again. He's in Canada as well. Scots Travel, Scots Adventure. I forget what the name is. Yes, I watch a lot of that. And some peeps find it a bit of a comfort background noise. It helps. Why not? Yeah, I started watching the series Love, Love, Love. Wonder why I hadn't rewatched it sooner. Well, I only started watching it, Peggy, because Netflix have brought all of the rights to it, so they own it now. So that's why it's all on Netflix. But yeah, you're right. Send Help was a really good movie. I want to watch The Housemaid, is it? But I'm going to wait till that is free, because it's still like home preview premiere thing. So it's like £16 or something to rent. I mean, that's ludicrous. Bring back our rentals. I used to enjoy going down and getting a video and then a DVD. We never paid that much. There we go. That looks very sweet. Right, let's use the magazine reference for the colouring and try and get these as close to what I want. So get all the neutrals. Yeah, I love The Handmaid's Tale as well. My favourite. Like I said, the Testaments. I'm looking forward to watching that. There's a few spin-offs from it now, which are going to be good. So what have we got? We've got the Goldfinch. So let's do him first. Get a bit of scrap. Oh, Scarpetta was good. Yeah, enjoyed that. Oh my, they're crafting and watching crafting stuff, Lifetime things. Donations, George Clark, also a couple who are doing up a whole French village. Yeah, all that stuff, Carol, I love. Yeah, binge watched it. It was good. I thought it was, yeah. I think I said about my dad, he wasn't a big fan of Jamie Lee, just couldn't get on with her character, so they stopped watching it because my dad was getting irritated by her. I was like, no, you need to persevere. She's actually good, like when you realise kind of why she's the way she is and stuff. It's really good. So hopefully next week when I do the colouring, I'll be able to zoom, because I'll be able to, well, I won't zoom, but I'll be able to move the desk closer to the camera. Is this the latest? Yes, it is. This is 159, wasn't it? Yeah, 159. The one with the RSPB birds. I'm going to try and do a little bit more extra shading on top of what, because theirs is quite block colour. I just want to add a little bit of detail. So this is the grey, warm grey, and then I'll go in with the darker grey just to add a little bit of shadow. Having the picture though is very handy. Yeah, to go through, use my little swatch to go through all the different kind of browns that we've got going on here. That's a good one. The walnut. So that is, oh, there's 2 walnuts. That's obviously from the other pack. Yeah, must be. It's not this walnut. Why can't I find that walnut? Oh, unless it's gone into the yellow. Sometimes, yeah, it has. Like a bit of a yellow undertone. Yeah, that's the walnut. So we'll do that one. That's quite a light. Very good. Twine beige. Let's get these all out first and then, yeah, so again, that's in with the yellows. Twine beige. And that's the walnut. Oh no, that's the walnut. Oh, I see. So that's the other walnut then. Okay. They all go nice. And then this is quite good for that darker there. So that's the hazelnut cocoa. That one. And then there's quite a light in there. Very, very light grey. That warm grey there, I think I'd use WG 160. There it is. Okay. Let's do that first. Still not, it's a bit more grayer than I want. I might go over that. Just to make it a bit more. That is warm. Oh, it's the 150, not the 160. Ah, the 150. Let's try this one. Yeah. It might bring it down a bit. Just got more of a brown rather than a grey. It's a bit better. I'm going to blend it all so it should start to blur better in a bit. It's quite orangey there. Where am I? Hi everyone, who's saying hi? Hello Peggy, hello Peggy. Hi everybody, thank you for joining. Thanks Simone. Bye Karen, take care. It's more of a putty one like there. Oh, that's quite nice. Same but different. It's nice and natural anyway. Let's just bleed that out a little bit. I'm getting them messed up now. Someone's banging. Doesn't look too bad. It's a bit darker just under here. Go in a little bit with the black. Yeah, that's the warm. That was, yeah. Just kind of like bleed them all together. Oh, it looks too bad. Sorry. It's lovely they've given you a colour palette for the birds. Yeah, really handy. That's a good colour for his legs. And then it's a very light grey white. Just going to keep it white, but just. And then the beak is a very light pink. Which I don't know if I've got that colour. Might have to be like the skin tone. That's not bad. The peach cream. Or the Spanish pink. Oh, Spanish pink's almost perfect. Spanish pink. Oh, wait. Spanish pink. Yeah, and then just a little bit of black. Again, I'll blur that out. That grey. Just over those little light bits. And then what I'm going to do is extend that twig just so he's not really floating. I'll do a little black line around it. There's my black. Oh, sorry, it's not there. Little fine liners. No, that's a blender. There we go. I've just kind of made it look like the stamp just extends. Oh, not bad match. Side by side. They look pretty good. We'll go with that one. I'm so impressed with how you colour birds. I struggle. Well, this has helped me. I would have struggled today without having the reference. I would have gone onto Google probably. It annoys me that the lids don't match the colour of the ink. These aren't pretty bad, but you'll find you'll very rarely get them perfect because you're working with two different materials. That's a plastic, and then you've got an ink. So they're two very different, and this will dry. It's a liquid. So to get it bang on is going to be hard, but I don't think they're that bad. Some I've had in the past from other companies have been terrible. Okay, so that one I think was going to go there. So next we've got, I think, the black cap. Yeah. So that's more of a greeny, which I probably don't really have. What have we got here? It's like a greeny grey. That grey tint's good for some of this part. And sea salt, like those greys are quite good. I haven't got any greeny greys. Might have to make our own. I might use Petit Pois and just go over it with like a grey. That warm grey, they probably work together to give me something similar to that. It's like an olive, like deep olive green, but it's a dark olive. That would be too dark though. Let me do a little test. Let's try dark olive. Dark olive with let's try grey tint. Goldfinch looks brilliant. Yes, lovely. Thank you. Flipping brilliant. Oh, thank you. How many sets do you own of that brand of marker? Just curious. It's just two sets of 60. I think it is. Yeah, 2 sets of 60. The sample colours already filled in, or did you do that? No, so this is on the back of the stamp set, Kathy. So that's your it's the holding card for the stamps. It's just on the back of it. Doesn't really do what I want it to do. What about no, they're not really doing. Maybe if I lay the grey down. See, that's not bad actually. That's actually, that has done it. That's actually worked. So go over it with the grey. That is almost spot on. So there you go. So if you do the dark olive, which is the YG015, and then go over it with the warm grey, which is the WG190, it's really good. I only need it in a few areas, but I'll do that. So get me as close to it. They're kicking off. Sometimes I think they are going to actually like scrap, but they soon settle. So yeah, I'll cover like here. Most of it really, I can lift some of this anyway with like a blender if I want to just lighten a few areas. Yeah, it's about that section. Yeah, now I'll go in with some other bits, but that is, I can lighten that a little bit more if I need to as well, but they always dry once it settles. See, that's settled right down. And then we've got, keep those two together. Yeah, it's kind of there. Just kind of lay it all down and you can blur it all out. And then we'll do the dark grey I used. Yeah, I'll go back over that on the head. Green grey, GG 101. Green grey. Yeah, oh no, 130. No. That one there is more that colour. Green grey. 101. Soft cool grey. Deep horizon. Where is my... Oh, unless I've already got it out. Unless I put it in with the greens. No, I haven't. Where is my green grey? Oh, it's in with... Why would it be in the blues? I must have thrown that in there by accident. That's not what I want. Yeah, just that bluey colour there. And then it's like a very light green around the bottom. Sorry guys, I know some of you might be just wanting me to get on with the card, but hurry up. Again, I need to really lighten it. I might just try the pale cobalt, which is G112, and put a bit of grey over that. Yeah, A and B, Tracy, I've got. Oh, that's more olivey, not that one. Maybe I need a darker. Try that one over the top. Oh, thanks, Gail. That's still grey. There are a lot more of these Ohuhus. This is just me trying, because you'll probably find amongst them there'd be an exact colour to what I need, but I haven't got all of them yet. I'm still collecting them. So over time, I will do. So I'm just trying to make my own colour at the moment. Only because I've got the reference picture that I'm trying to get it as close to, but if I didn't have the reference, I'd just use something else. It's not bad. Again, it's only a little bit, and then that's the grey, browny grey. Which is probably going to be one of those. Natural grey, soft grey, neutral grey, shark grey. That's a nice one, then I can go over it. Because there's little bits, just like little flecks. It's a bit darker again, isn't it? I just didn't want to go in too dark, so it's not quite black. I'm hoping this desktop arrives, because I've got to go and get Monty, and typical it'll arrive when I am not here, and then they say we'll try again on the next day, or I've got to rebook it or something. That frustrates me. Okay, that's not bad. It's just that underbelly bit that I wanted to try and just another shade again. I'm going to go in with this and then just see what I can do to like lighten it up a bit. I might just go over it with the blender. Put some grey on and then just use the blender pen. Where do I put my blender there? Maybe a warm grey. Yeah, it's not quite, the warm grey is completely different again though, because I thought that as well, but it's okay. It's almost pulled it back out again to that colour, which I don't want. But then again, it doesn't look bad. It still looks like quite a good. Just going to blur that a little bit. Different, same but different. We'll go with that one. And my hair's all falling down. Have we just walked in the cupboard? Looks in the mirror. I have old papery web all over my face. I went out like that. Oh, Laura. Oh dear. Oops. Never mind. We'll live with that one. Yeah, once it's on the card and everything, that looks nice. Right, then we've got the colour. Let's add a bit of colour with the old blue tit and the blossom as well. So this would be nice. How are we looking for time? We are fine. Right, let's try a fresh bit of card. Got loads of pens out. They're two good pieces. I don't really want to use those. And always swatch onto the same card that you've stamped onto. Obviously that's a true colour then of what you'll have. Right. So that's good. Raw umber. Put that one down first. I'm going to have to connect that somehow. Oh, I didn't do that very well, did I? Just realised what I've done there. We've not even got it connected. To do something with that. I might stamp another one of the... yeah, I think I'm going to stamp another branch. And then a tiny little bit of a darker brown just underneath. Hazelnut looks good. Which might already be out. Yeah. Still not had a hot cross bun. I need to get one. I need to get a pack of them. Where are we? Kathy, very kind. What have I missed? Oh, that's so strange, but you probably do. The Mary. Oh, I thought you said Mary Berry hot crust buns, B&M. This has just got a mix of all kinds of colours. To be fair, my fat ball is like nude colour. Like it's like really light. So I think I might go in with like a creamy colour first. Yeah, it's more of that kind of colour than yellowy like that. I guess they're all different. It's suet based, isn't it? The fat balls. With like seeds and stuff in. Add a blossom to connect. Yeah, blossom, or let's have a look actually because I need to do it. Might just use the end, that there, just go over it a little bit. There's a few little flourishes on there as well. Let's just quickly do it. Could always go over, because that would connect it there. Might do that. I'm going to have to probably lift the brown a little bit and then go over it with the pink. That should be all right. LD have rhubarb and custard hot cross buns. I only like the chocolate or the normal. I'm not a fan of all the other ones they do. Set B can't. Oh, maybe they're sold out. If you go onto their website rather than Amazon, you might be able to see. You might have them on there. Yeah, if I just try and lift this up a bit. This is just the colourless blender, and I'll just go in with the pinks a little bit darker. You can see it just really lifts it, almost bleaches it. You can go over it a few times, but you'd be surprised. But just be careful because it will start to, it adds a lot of liquid to the card. It's bleeding out. I can see the brown like bleeding out. So you might want to really let that dry. Can you see how much it's lifted? You can see it's all bleeding out, but it'll be okay. I'll be able to clear that all up. I'll certainly be able to go over that better with the pink. I'll let that dry before I go back to it, and maybe go over it again. Right, the green, which is a good one. It's what I went over with that, but that's actually perfect. And a little bit there, but it's got like the yellow then like blended in. Yellow, it is quite a bright yellow. Yeah, that's going to be the best one. Blend that into it a little bit. And then it's quite a light blue to start with, and then it's got the darker blue. Like the denim blue is quite good. Or marine, sorry, marine blue. I think there's a denim blue that's similar. They're all just a bit too blue, although I'm not going to worry too much. It doesn't matter exactly what blue. Let's go in with, I think the marine blue is good for the shadow. So let's do brilliant blue. We can add the darker shadows and stuff in. Oh, went up a bit high there. I need to keep a bit of white in between. Put these together so I know what I've done. Sorry, but a hot cross bun shouldn't be tampered with. None of those extra flavours. Like I said, chocolate's lovely in them, but I'm with you. I do like a traditional hot cross bun. So far, I have resisted, as I need to lose some weight in case I need a knee. In case I need a knee op. Find out after my. I see. Yeah, you got to think of that first. God, that's gone really quite bad, actually. We might have to fussy cut and stick that over the top. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a 3D branch on that one. I think I'm gonna have to. I don't think I'm gonna be able to lift all that. Just watching it there, it's just become a big blob. Not what we want. Right, let's do the dark grey again. But it's all coming together quite nicely. Nice. Again, a little bit of the cool grey, just where the white areas are, just so it doesn't look as sparse. I think I might be able to just, yeah, lift that a little bit. And we've got a funny greeny blue there, which pale cobalt. Yeah, I think that's going to be the closest one. I think I've nearly got every marker out. Oh my goodness. Pale cobalt here. No. That one. Typical. It's the one I got out before, but it does match quite well. And then that's a bit more white along there, so that's pretty much done. Just little legs, bit of brown. Yes, we ship overseas. Yeah, we've got subscribers that live abroad, so you can subscribe and then you know you're going to get them. But they're all available on Craft World. If you go down to the bottom of the page, you've got all your shipping options. I'm in the USA and had a special order, hot cross buns. I can't wait. Oh, nice. I'm having chicken lentil curry left over from yesterday, spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, what's everyone having for dinner? I am, like I said, I think I'm going to have that brisket. I think I'm going to have the brisket. Let's get a little bit more shadow in. No, that's too. Oh no, that might be okay for the odd little bit. Just try and get like some seeds. Get some dark bits in. So I'm changing mine a little bit. I'm making it look more like my fat ball. some dark brown. We brought some salted caramel and chocolate chip hot cross buns, some apple and cinnamon ones, no peel, which we don't like, so looking forward. Yum. Yeah, I'm going to get some tomorrow, so I've got to do a bit of a food shop for get some Easter bits in. And I'm just going to go over all of this and blur it all out with that original cream colour. That should just knock it back a bit. Having sausage tray bake, Mary Pay. Oh, nice. My mum does a lovely sausage goulash, which I always like. Okay, that looks a bit more like my not salt, I was going to say salt ball, fat ball that's hanging. How rude, just had a phone call. Steak and chips, yummy. Right, I think I'm going to have to be realistic. It has literally just covered that. I'm going to have to stamp that again and cut it out and stick it over the top. But it looked nice. We'll make a feature of it. Oh, I've got to do let's get the bird box done. Might use the same browns I've just used there. So it kind of all matches nicely. Which one was it? Was it that one? Yeah. And I'll do all the blossom together. Just bought the magazine, so we'll definitely be making this one. Oh, glad you like it. So we're keeping everything very neutral today, more natural, quite different to my usual style. But I thought it was quite nice with the card. Nice. Oh, and then yeah, I might let's just attach like another little branch as if it's attached to. There you go, it's got something now. It's not just floating. Right, let's stamp the blossom and that'll add the pinks in, which will look nice. Where did I put it? I only made one card, and the amount of stuff, well, we all know, we can all relate. Where is that? Oh, I bet it's in the, yeah. Right. I'll stamp two more because then I can layer up on each side so it looks like it's all deliberate. This fresh piece. Hope I can find the mag tomorrow. So I can make this for my friend's birthday. She loves it. Oh yeah, that'd be nice then if you can get it. So it should come up on the site soon, but it's clearly they're a bit like mine. They wait obviously with them shipping overseas as well, that everyone gets them, replace any that they might need to, and then put them on the website for everybody. I can't be bothered to move the stamp, so I'm just going to move the card. Yeah, the good thing is you can flip this, so you can have it in different orientations. Right, the cherry blossom, I think I'm going to pull out that pink there, because that was a really nice base, and then maybe add a slightly, I think that's quite a nice cherry blossom colour. So realistic. Oh good, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, so that one's going to go there. We've got to do our sentiment for the middle. That will go there with the pinks, and our sentiment's going to go to be suspended across the middle there. It should look quite sweet. Oh, shepherd's pie. Again, another house probably smelling very nice. I know you get white blossoms as well. You get all different kinds of blossoms. But we've got cherry blossoms everywhere around my neighbourhood. My mum and dad's road has loads of cherry blossoms. I used to sit under the one right by the house when I was a child and make perfume with all the petals with me and my friend. We were speaking about that at the baby shower because she was there. She's an old family friend. And we were saying, do you remember when we used to sit under the blossom tree? Happy days. And then just a very slightly darker pink, just to add a little bit of shade. Doesn't really, without it being too pink. What was that one again? Salmon pink. Where's the salmon? Let's see where it is. My eyesight's terrible. Where's salmon pink? Dull peach, plum, Spanish. Oh, it's Spanish pink. Told you my eyesight's getting bad. That one. So what's a little bit darker than that? I could do the smallest amount of scarlet, actually. I know what I'll do. Do the tiniest amount. And in fact, I think that's out here. Scarlet. Maybe more. Let's try that one. Yeah, no, that would work as well. I'm going to do the smallest amounts right in close, because they do actually have quite dark anyway. And then I'm going to bleed it out. See first. Just go over it with this pink and just really saturate it. There you go. So it's given me a nice little shade without looking too intense and too much of a contrast. Yeah, that works. Actually, that's really good. I know, Specsavers, definitely. And then the centres of them, you just add like a little bit of brown. Using the old Papsop box, really enjoying this file, but can't decide whether to put the extra ends. Well, that's the nice thing. You could even do it, even come back to it again, and you could always add them on. Yeah, the Papsort box actually is a good one to use as a substitute. And an E, I mean, I know lots of you have probably got some of the old RSPB because we did quite a few collections with Craft Stash, if I remember rightly. I think I've got quite a few of them. Some lovely ones. Oh, what I need to set an alarm. I keep forgetting it's Wednesday. Ask Alexa. I'm not going to say it too loud, and I won't because it set everyone's off, including mine. But just say her name. Please set an alarm for every Wednesday at 1:55 that Sam is live, and she'll do it. That's if you've got an Alexa or whatever other devices you have to do that. Hey Google, Siri. At least then she'll remind you, whether you forget within the 5 minutes or just get her to do it at 2. Sam's live now. At least then you're getting the reminder. Whether then you choose to carry it out is another thing. Excuse my stomach if you heard that. I'm going to add a tiny bit of yellow in the middle of mine, just the same yellow that's in the blue tits. Again, just brings, you're not really going to notice it, but just brings in a little bit of that colour. There we go. I'll stick these on and then I'll do the others because I'll know what I'm seeing then. Every Wednesday and Friday. Do you, Hayley? See, Hayley does. The bird with the craft card and green paper looks amazing. Thank you. A little bit different to my usual. Usually it's got a bright hot pink somewhere and turquoise and stuff, but it's nice to step away from the norm for me anyway sometimes. Shove all those in there. We've got to fix this blob. Yeah, it's definitely going to cover that. We need this to look like a deliberate, you know, this is part of the design. I didn't realise the time, it's flown by. Which I have found today, I think I've spent a lot of time choosing the colours. Usually I know what I'm using because I'm using my favourites, so I just get straight into it. But this is the reality of how long it can take to make cards. What's the longest I've been live? Can we remember? And I know it's been over 3 hours. I don't know, have we ever got to 4, like just with a normal live? I don't think we have. Yeah, it would, Jill. Yeah, definitely a nice Father's Day one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'd never done 4 just with a normal craft stand, but I know we've got close to 3 hours. I'm sure we have. I think it was close to 3. Really? Gosh. Well, I know when I upload more lives on YouTube because it shows how long they are. Did a cover chart? Yeah, that was over 2. Remember that one because we did the base in one, didn't we? And then decorate in another one. Oh, good save. I'll do a bit of grey under that. At least that gets rid of that. I'll trim it once I've stuck it down. And then trying to save that piece. I just trim it a little bit taller than I need. Is that one there? No. Is that one as well? No. Which way is that one then? I don't understand. Oh, it's just the same. Ah, it's that bit. It's that bit. For that one. Okay. Actually, no, I can colour that one normal. It's just that one. Yeah, that I need to stick down. Okay. Right. Let's stick this on. And I can just add a grey shadow around that little bit that you see, but you don't notice it as much now. It's definitely sorted that out. I'll trim that off in a second. Right, let's get these done. Oh, did it go off? Sorry, I was trying to be quiet. It's nice to have the pinky colour coming in. So remember, after today, I'm not live again till next Friday, till launch day. Because it's a short week with the bank holiday, and I'm not live on a Wednesday before anyway. And obviously we've got Good Friday this week. It's the thing with May, there's so many blimmin' bank holidays. It's lovely, but for work and when you've got launches and stuff, you're losing days. It's like, ah. No, it's not May. What am I about? It's April. No, so we've got these Easter ones, and then we've got May. Cute. Very, very cute. You could get on all day and it wouldn't be long enough. Oh, okay. You're very sweet. I'd love to craft all day, to be fair. I could quite happily craft all day. But I wouldn't get anything else done. Be careful because I just realised I've not stuck this down. I'm just colouring it in. But if it bleeds through, it should just stay where it is. Could have inked the background and done masking as well with this to create really nice sky background and stuff. Just cut the top of that then. Right, let me add a little bit of grey. There's my cool grey. Or did I throw it back in here? That one, I think. That's the cloud blue, which is a good for drop shadow, especially with something outdoors. Just try and get rid of it, that little bit of brown. That'll be okay. Okay. Right, stick them down because I can always add in, mind you though, if I want to do I'll get away without using that one. Right, the stick, I'm just going to do something in the background on them. They're quite white, but then again I've got the sentiment to go in the middle, so I think that's gonna, we'll do that. They're not the same every time. I must admit I don't get as excited about them because I work from home anyway, and you know, as soon as I kind of get my work done, my day's mine in a sense, you know. So but when I worked in retail and I had the bank holidays off, oh my god, it was the best feeling ever. And if you had a good Christmas off for retail, it was like all your Christmases come at once. It was amazing. No, Jeanette, I finally got my hands on the cow paper pad and arranged this morning. Oh, is that right? Do you know, I saw the comment before I saw it was Rach. Oh, I thought, I bet that's Rach. Is it all like cow prints? Very good. I haven't looked at the craft stuff in the range for a long time. Is it worth having a look? Is it good again, or is it not so good? I don't think I'm going to get round to finishing. I won't get round to finishing the belly band. But again, I'll show you that in the video. You should get to see this with the sentiment on. Oh, it looks really nice. I might end up trying to do something. Maybe double it up there. I'll definitely use those, incorporate them in again. Sentiment. Oh, I got it out, didn't I? It's that one. So I'm using the one, the little birds sing the prettiest songs, and that's going to go there. So we need to make our little spring. I'll keep that for the belly band. do, sentiment can be a little bit bigger. So let's do bigger than the frame, which is 1. So if I do 1 1/4, stamp it on 1. So that'll be, keep that little bit. And then for my little spring, let me just work out, I don't need all that. I'll do it 3/4 of an inch wide so it hides underneath the panel. So we do 1, 2, 2, and then that would be 1. Oh no, I've done that wrong. I knew I'd done that wrong. So I need to do, get it right, Sam. 1, and then that will go on. The next one will go on like that. That goes out, yeah. That's going to fold down. So that will be, did I do it right? Oh no, I did do it right. Losing the plot. This is a piece of 3 by 3/4, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1, and then 2 and 2 1/2. And if you've watched my tutorials, you know what I do with this. It just allows you to have a center sentiment on a point like that. You want to fold it so it's like that. Because you want it to squash down behind. You got like a little spring. Again, lots of glue if you're using craft card. And then you want to get this, fold it out like so. It's going to go right across that center fold. So if I bring that up, you see how it sits across there? And then we can stamp sentiment. Is it raining? No, I thought it was raining then. I call it frog's legs. Yes, happy Easter to those that are celebrating. Trim it down. So I want this to be 1 inch because that's 1 1/4. So I could go about there. Looks good. 1, yeah. And then just make sure it's within the 5 inch wide of the card. Otherwise it would stop the card folding. Pop it up in a little foam if you want. I think I'm going to leave it because the craft card's quite dimensional on that little springy bit. So I'm just going to stick this straight on. A nice little border. So we'll slightly cover the bird, but not enough that you won't see it. And when it pops out, you'll really see it anyway. And then you just add your glue for this bit. Again, I'm using a lot more glue than I normally would just because I'm using the craft card. Just squash it down, make sure it's nice and straight. That doesn't cover any of it, just covers the kind of border. Oh, that looks really nice. I think once I've done something a little bit more with the sides, I think that's a really pretty card. I'll flip the camera in a minute so you can see. Isn't that lovely? It displays really nicely as well. Just give that again. The craft card, you don't want to pull it away too soon, otherwise you find you have to reapply the glue again because it just has absorbed it all. So that's the only negative. It can be a bit of a pain sometimes. I wouldn't ever recommend craft card for any kind of kinetic mechanisms and stuff. I want to get, oh, don't need to, got to keep that. What's that? Oh, it's just gone. I want to get, let's read Carol's comment. What about a stringy jute bow somewhere? Yeah, it could look nice on the belly band. Always looks nice with craft card. Oh no, that's what I was reading. Want to get me plants in. Have a fab weekend. Happy Easter. You too, Tracy. Take care. But yeah, it just needs. I was going to put those that stamp, wasn't I? I could still do it if you just mask off the paper. I'm going to have the watering can on the belly band, so I will finish. I'll finish that later on. But the watering can's going to go on the belly band. But you've got that, and I just think I could still stamp that on there. You just basically get some copy paper and just mask it along the bottom there and on the side, so you can still stamp. I could do that one with a little bit of grass. That would look nice, and then the same on that side. So I might add that. I did say I was going to do that, and I totally forgot what that colour is there. Something. Let's try and get that off. But yeah, isn't it sweet? And then it all folds up like that. So my belly band. You might want to do a wrap, because you find sometimes with the belly bands when you've got bits like this it might catch. It'll still come away nicely, but if you do a thicker actual band that covers all of those bits, it's easy to kind of slide off. So I may change the width of the band, but you just wrap it around, add a little bit of glue, and then you imagine we're going to have the watering can and then another nice little sentiment. But I'll get all of that finished. I'll probably add a little bit of this blossom actually onto the front just to tie it all in. And you'll see it when I do the YouTube video. And then it comes out. And because of the way you folded them, she says, there we go, it does just pop out into that shape. But I've got the single large panel version. I did share it on holding up my tablet. Let me flip this. And it's called the pop-out gatefold, was it? Pop-up gatefold. Let me just put the top light on. There we go. If I hold it up this way, you can see it a bit better. That's how it will look displayed. It's really nice. Okay. Very cute. Have a wonderful Easter. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Right, I'll do the last sneak peek, which is the mechanism. Oh, did I? No, paper pad. We did the mechanism. Oh, thank you, Deb. Let me take it out of the plastic. I'll just show you all of this one. So this is called Celebrations, and it will match the poems. So all of the poems that I showed you, and like the imagery and stuff on there. But it's another sweet one. You know, I just love me your papers. You've got your clover leaf. You've got some like harlequin. You've got hearts. I can't see. Is it horseshoe? It's too far away now. Wait, my eyesight is bad. Streamers, flowers, tiny ditzy print. It's actually really cute. I love that one. Yeah, the horseshoe. Look at this. It's such a nice, you see, love that. Really fun, good for kids cards. There's the ditzy print. I love the ditzy print. cute little purples. Yeah, you've got the 4-leaf clover with the bows, so great for good luck, celebrations, the streamers, the hearts. Yeah, clovers again there, swirly hearts. So really lovely one. Horseshoes, good for weddings again. So yes, that's everything. So that is launching next Friday. I've done a few samples. I've got all of Hayley's. They arrived yesterday, and I will be working on some more next week after the Easter break. And yeah, be live on the Friday at 10 a.m. the launch. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's been lovely. And no desktops arrived, so I'm gonna have to just see where the track is. It said tracking, it just said out for delivery, but didn't give you any time. It's with DX. I've never had a delivery from them before. DX something, it's all like blue. So hopefully it's not one of those that come really late at night, which is frustrating. But anyway, so yeah, I've got a few for YouTube that I'm a bit behind on. I've got that one that I did last Wednesday. That's got to go up yet, because you guys left a comment on the name options for that. I've got that twisty one that I did on one of the Made to Makes. So that can go out. So I've got 3 fun card folds that I need to sort out and get up on YouTube. So hopefully once the launch is done, I'll be able to get those all up. Thank you, everybody. Well, have a lovely Easter break, whatever you're doing, whatever you're celebrating, or just enjoy the time off. And people ringing. And I will see you all next Friday. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.